So there's a lot, so Israel's public image is not very good. And they've realized this over the years. And so there's been different, over the time period from 1948, from the Nakba to today, there have been different excuses and different stories, different narratives that have been told over time based on what the global consensus is and what the consensus in Israel is. So there's different stories that need to be told about how you can claim domination over land, right? Because when folks are, for a couple of reasons, right? When folks are doing the domination colonization, right, you don't generally anymore say, I'm doing this to hurt another people, right? I'm not doing this to hurt another people. You're doing it to either, in this case, the story that you're saving yourselves, or you have to do this, or you have to have some benevolent reason. You also have to explain it to a worldwide audience, right? So the UN is involved, as well as other countries can get involved in various different ways. So this is actually, so what we're talking about today is something that Israeli consultants have met about and talked about and actually planned out, which is creating a brand of Israel that is going to be more palatable for the international community and for their own community too, because there's resistance within Israel. So resistance within Israel and resistance outside of Israel needs to be stopped. And so they've actually started a rebranding campaign. So what we're talking about when we talk about pinkwashing is actually only one part of that rebranding campaign to try to explain away, either by maybe just covering up or even explain why they have to do what they're doing. Okay, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But so the rebranding of Israel as far as from the pinkwashing stance, so some of the other ways they're doing it is saying that they're a democratic country, just generally promoting different arts and films. So we might have time to talk about the cultural boycott and the academic boycott, but showing themselves as a more progressive country is all part of rebranding as the kind of democracy that should be supported around the world. So let me get back to the queer focus on the rebranding of Israel. I'm going to break into three different areas that we've seen this rebranding happening, or this branding of Israel as queer friendly. One is in the area of tourism. The other is more cultural. Some of these have some overlap, but arts and film. And the third is gay rights and activism. So here's some pieces from Israel trying to convince gay tourists. They're mainly concentrated on gay tourists from Europe. And from this ad, you can see actually, this is actually significant that they're gay male tourists. They're actually mostly and I would say maybe for economic reasons, they're mainly, we can talk about that too, it's not the focus of this talk, but they're mainly focused on gay male tourism and gay males being brought to Israel. So there's not a lot of lesbians or queer women represented in this campaign. It's actually marketed towards gay men. So anyway, so Tel Aviv, the city is hot, right? This is being promoted around the world, specifically Europe, and so in that same article that I referenced before, the NPR article, they also, did due diligence. They talked to somebody in Israel, so this is an Israeli official, talking about how LGBT rights in Israel are truly an achievement, and he says that it's an obligation to show the world, right? This is part of the branding. It's not just that they're not actually trying to create queer liberation for themselves. They're very interested in showing the world, right? It's intentional. So there's different ways that pinkwashing can work. There's pinkwashing can be, or you can be part of pinkwashing intentionally or unintentionally. Israel is definitely intentionally pinkwashing what they're doing through these campaigns. But what's happening, and one of the reasons we want to talk to other LGBT groups and queer groups, is that unintentionally other well-meaning LGBT groups are convinced to get on the oh, Israel is a great place to go, right? That's part of them pushing out the pinkwashing message.